Ooh, good morning. Happy Halloween. It's Halloween, everybody. Yay! So exciting. Thanks for joining Mr. Jan for another cartooning for kids with Mr. Jan Halloween Spooky Edition. Not really, it's just another Saturday. Just happens to be Halloween. Don't forget, Mr. Jan loves his Reese's Pieces, so should you not have those, if you're not eating those, we're in the buy on Tuesday when Mr. Jan's back. Alright, so I know we're still working through the animal alphabet, but it's Halloween, so Halloween time you've got to draw something spooky. So we're gonna draw something really cool. We're gonna draw Beetlejuice from the movie Beetlejuice. So he's kind of a spooky, weird, kind of funny ghost guy. He's the ghost with the most. And so a nice, fun, cartoony Beetlejuice is what I'd like you to do is just kind of draw like cool shape. Again, the old light blue pencil. I'm going to draw a bean. Good old beans. This is like your bean shape. That's going to be his head. Okay, so we're going to draw casual Beetlejuice, not in his black and white suit, but just his casual first appearance in the movie. All right, so if you got that. And he's kind of got wild green hair going around, but we're going to work on that face first. So you've got that. Over here would be the ears. Well, actually, so if you've ever been to the library back in the olden times when you actually have people here and you'd come to my drawing classes, we talk about drawing faces. And somehow I tell you, you draw a circle and you kind of divide it in fours like a good pizza. So kind of following this weird shape of the bean, I'm kind of drawing this weird squiggly line that kind of shows you a line down the middle showing that it is curved. And then putting a line kind of going down the middle and a line kind of like over here. That's our eye line where the eyes would go. And again, it's okay that we're using a blue pencil because this is just kind of to plot out what you want to do. So that's kind of the eye line. And then he's got these kind of like the sunken in eyes so you can kind of go like that. So those will be sunken in. And then he's got his nose kind of sticking out like this. So let's give him this almost like a little swoopy, devilish kind of mischievous nose. So it's kind of like this shape. And then it kind of builds into his cheeks. Like that. So if you can see, it's kind of, this is almost a caricature, if you will, of what the character looks like. The character in itself is a caricature, but that's okay. And we're going to give it a mouth. So I'm kind of drawing upon the movie, and this was also a cartoon back in a time called the 90s, kids. The 90s. And so we're going to kind of do something, a weird, funny mouth that kind of, let's go. That's his mouth. It kind of quivers like this. Do that. You can kind of build out. Oops. Cheat up a bit. So you can see we're going. As we draw, we kind of we'll build up a little bit of his chin. So take that soup down. Not like that. So that's kind of his head. And you can he's got some teeth. Okay. So those are the teeth in there. And again, if you can't really see it when we start inking it, I'll try to make sense. So we've got his sunken eyes. We're going to build out that. And then let's try to see. Got to put his eyeballs kind of live in there. So we'll go like that. So this will be in black. Those eyes kind of sitting in there. Let's see. Hair. So this is the fun part. This kind of is one of those things where it makes or breaks the drawing. Where if you want, so even if it's not exactly looks like the actor Michael Keaton, which is okay, but it has all the points of the character. His hair is very wild and out there. We can kind of give it a little bit of an ear. So again, kind of drop. We'll put this as as where his ear would live. So I kind of want, give him a lot of forehead, and give him some wrinkles, and maybe start here, almost like a little widow's peak, like Dracula. And now we can do the hairs just kind of all over the place. So let me bring this paper down again so you can kind of see. Let me treat them a little more. How's that look? Okay, it's a good spot. So we got the hair. So now the hair, what I'm gonna do is just it's almost like you're doing waves. Just to kind of and it's fun because his hair's all over. He's a wild and crazy guy, so you can kind of just go all over the place, and it's a good base of what you want it to look like. Because then eventually we're gonna ink this in. So when you first kind of meet him in the movie, he's wearing like this. It's like a red shirt. The jacket. So this is almost like what you would call a bust, right? It's just kind of like a little bit of shoulder, a little bit of chest. So do first a negative space. That's his V, so that's his shirt. Give him a collar, and then he's got a jacket kind of. So now I'm going to pull this up a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing over here. So all this is now we're doing the jacket. There's a big collars of his jacket. Okay. It's kind of disheveled, kind of wrinkly, so you can kind of have, you plot it out a little bit, you can kind of just make it look a little bit wrinkly and messy. Okay. This is my cheat whenever I don't want to try the arm, I'll just do that. That's our Beetlejuice. Alright, so, not too bad, not a bad try. So we did that. Right now, it doesn't really look like much, but we're gonna eventually just kind of now drop some black lines on this so that you can see what it looks like. And what do we want to use? We'll use our, it's just a simple little medium point pen, nice thick chisel tip. And now again, this is the old pick a spot, commit to it, pick it, start it. We'll just do it with and they're gonna be separate, these his sunken eyes. And that's okay. And what I'm doing, I am just looking at the lines that I've made, and I'm deciding that this is where his head lives. So you're kind of just color or inking in. Okay. Alright. And I guess, yeah, we can even just do. And we will use our little ink brush in a bit. You can leave these little spots of white open because we'll probably run the ink brush over that just to kind of blur it up. Over here, we'll just color in the mouth. There you go. Alright. Then kind of following our line. That's his forehead. Alright, so now here comes the hair part. So now we're going to put the hair. So if you just follow what you've been drawing before, and I prefer big, bold, lines, because then, you know, it kind of shows that this is the hair, this is where it lives. Okay. There you go. And then now we're going to start downward, bottom part. There you go. Once you add the color, then it should come alive. So now that we've done that, color is green. So we're gonna take this and see how much green is left in here. Oh, good. Okay. And it's okay that your green might look a little runny and muddy as it goes over the black marker. That's actually okay. Because again, we're probably gonna do a little watercolor on it. So this is kind of what you're doing. You're just kind of like just filling in the spots, knowing that you're probably gonna. It's gotta look. His hair's gotta look kind of like messy and unkempt anyway, so it's okay. Just for a shirt, same idea. And color it solid. Everything will probably get that little wash over it for effect. And then I just got a gray pencil. I think this jacket's kind of purple, but this is okay. That's his coat. So this is Beetlejuice before he gets all fancy schmancy. Alright. So, that is that. Alright, the old watercolor brush. Some black ink. Look at this. I am overdue to either get a new brush or I need to clip these off, but that's okay. Do a little bit of squeeze, a little bit of love about that. Come on, and just something left in this. Oh, there is. Okay. See if we can get it to come out here. Definitely, as you're pushing your the brush, move it around because you don't want a big blob to just plop out by accident. That's never good. So doing this just to make the hair look a little bit more grungier. Then we can kind of go over the eyes. Can even go underneath over here. Alright. It's a nice subtle to it. And then there's little touches we're going to do as well. Okay. Right. So we got most of it on that we want. He's got this weird green smudge on his face, like right over here. So we'll just do that. Okay. And now we have our nice. Where are you? All right. Comes over. We add the little characteristics. This is a extra fine marker, and we'll just do things like these little spots and freckles. You don't have to overdo it. Just don't underdo it as well. Okay, so I got a little bit of that. And then with the hair, kind of what Mr. J likes to do is I'll just kind of do this old every other. I kind of just add a little bit of texture. Helps break up the image so it's not so plain Jane, and it's just kind of just give it a little bit of character. add a little bit more. Alright. And probably we'll just... Okay. So yeah, there you have it. That's our quick little Beetlejuice drawing. I feel like it's missing something. Okay. So take this and is hopefully take this and we just find a good edge. Okay. This we color in. So it's nice because this green is a little bit different from his hair. So this is a little trick I'll do. I don't want to do a really detailed background, but I still kind of want to have some kind of contrast and make it pop. I do that a lot. Alright, and again, just because you make sure that you sign your work so they know who brought you to the dance. And there you go. Cool. So again, happy Halloween. Don't forget trunk or treat, virtual or drive-through trunk or treat is later today. It's going to be on Brian Mickelson Parkway, which is kind of that road that's between the rec center and the library. There is, I forget which way you have to come in from, but there'll be, the library will have a car set up, and some other groups will be there too, and we'll be handing out some treats. You know, it's a strange time we're in right now, boys and girls, but let's at least try to have a nice Halloween this evening. But so this is our Beetlejuice, as you can see. He's the ghost with the most. And tune in for our noon tune. We've got a lot of cool videos today. I believe in the morning you should have seen Miss Joyce's Family Craft, my Family Craft. We've got our at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, yes, at 3 o'clock is our virtual costume parade that we set up for you guys so you can see. And hey, if you want, like I said, if you've got some cool costumes you want to send us from this weekend, feel free to drop us an email about it. And otherwise, I'll see you at noon for your noon tune. We're going to draw a spooky scarecrow. So hope you'll tune in for that. And again, this is Mr. Jan saying, have a wonderful Halloween today. Be safe, be well, have fun, whatever you do. And don't forget, I love pecan pie and Reese's Pieces. Not necessarily in that order. Okay, well, see you soon. Woo!